What is going on, everybody? Now, iOS 12 has been super awesome. I've loved it. I've wifed it up. It's all good, everything. It's pretty much speed improvements, stability kind of, and overall a better UI and user interface in OS than what iOS 11 was. And really, what more could we want in an update, right? I'm being completely dead honest. But someone has to come out and talk about some of these slight issues and small problems that iOS 12 has been having. Now, I'm not going to lie, it's been pretty good, right? Everything's been pretty solid. I don't want to rain on the parade, but I do kind of want to discuss some of the problems just so Apple can fix them and make iOS 12 even that much better. And some of the problems are actually pretty slight, but some of them are kind of annoying and some of them are even actually awkward. And I didn't even write any of these down. I'm going straight from the top of my head, so I might miss some, but I'm just going to go through it. Now, one of the major ones that I've seen are iMessages not syncing up properly. And this is a crazy one because every time I go into iMessage, it always seems like my texts that I just sent aren't actually sending up to the top. And it's kind of annoying because when I go in and try to text somebody, for some reason, the text will not be up on the top and they're always out of order. And if I sent a text to somebody, they'll get it. Everything will be fine. But when I go to open up iMessage, now I'm not going to open up iMessage to show you guys all my messages, but sometimes those messages are out of order and it is kind of annoying a little bit. So hopefully they do fix that with the next couple updates. And since I updated to beta 8, sometimes when I go on it, it seems like it's fixed. But then I hop out and I go back into it later on in the day and it does actually show that it's still messed up a little bit. So not a big deal, but kind of an annoyance. Now, another thing I've had happening is actually more towards Spotify. And I don't know if this is with a Spotify problem or if it's a iOS problem, but I do want to state that sometimes. And then when I went to go into SoundCloud, I've had the same issue. It's not a big deal, but when I go into Spotify or SoundCloud and I play music, and this happens only on Bluetooth, sometimes when I go stream a song, it'll randomly just like fade out of the song as if it's almost as if I went into multitasking and hopped out of it. That's literally almost what it sounds like it's happening, and then it just stops the music. Then I have to go into the phone and totally hop out of everything and then go back into it. That's kind of an annoyance too. But when I'm playing songs to the music app, for example, now I don't have any songs on here, or whenever I'm playing on YouTube or something, then it's perfectly fine. Even when I'm streaming through Bluetooth, but it's with Spotify and SoundCloud, those are the two that I noticed, and that's kind of weird. And speaking about Bluetooth connectivity and all that, whenever I would go into voice memos, okay, now I have a bunch of voice memos right here. A bunch of them are kind of random. It's just me talking and stuff. And whenever I would click record, okay, let's say I would record a voice message right now. So I'm going to go ahead and click record, whatever, okay, I'm talking, yada, 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 and I would stop it. As soon as I would go into my car, for some reason, even if I hopped out and hopped out of all the apps, as soon as I went into my car, all of a sudden my music would just be, it wouldn't be blaring, my voice memos would open, even though I was hopped out, and it would randomly just play the voice memo that was on whatever I just recorded. And that is the most awkward thing ever, because sometimes you'll record something, you'll be talking, and you'll just hop in your car, and your car usually automatically connects to your Bluetooth. And if you have someone in your car, they'll basically hear whatever you're talking about. And that's so awkward, and I don't know if there's a way to fix that or not. Hopefully there is, but that is really, really awkward. So just keep that in mind when you're updating. But guys, don't update to the beta yet. And there's been a lot of other minor ones as well. Sometimes if I'm scrolling through, if I go into an app, I've noticed one thing. Sometimes my autofill of my password sometimes is a little messed up too, or sometimes it glitches up when I go into it. But really, it's not that big of a deal, and it could just be me. Another thing I really hope they finish adding is group FaceTime. They took it out with all the betas, which is fine. I never used it. But the only reason I even turned up about it and why I was upset was because I don't want Apple to be in this constant bringing apps in and taking apps out, even though I don't control what they do. They don't have to listen to me, but I'm not the only one who's complaining about it. And it is kind of annoying, I'm not going to lie, when they constantly do that kind of stuff. They don't constantly do it. They did it with iOS 11. I'm sure they did it with iOS 10. I don't really remember, but it is super annoying whenever they do something like that. And those are some of the minor iOS 12 problem betas that I've had, that I've had so far. Really not that big of a deal. They're not gigantic problems like forced restarts every other day or anything. I'm not really having that crazy stuff happen on this. But like I said, the minor stuff that is happening, I can get over it. iMessage thing is kind of important. Hopefully they do officially add group FaceTime by the official release, like iOS 12. I don't want it to be like iOS 12.1 or something, but I don't really control that. Like I said, iOS 12 is super, super awesome. There are some small problems, but I just really hope somebody from Apple watches this video and fixes those crucial little small bugs that I addressed. I'm gonna have another video of a follow-up on the iPhone 5S. Super awesome. I really like iOS 12. I remember myself kind of saying the same things about iOS 11. Screen off a little bit, but you know, as you can see, I'll be honest, iOS 11, like I said before, is looking up to be such an amazing like piece of software for the phone. And I literally can't wait for the official version to come out. If you're rocking iOS 11 on any version, beta 2, 3, 4, I would say, you know, what are you waiting for? Update to the latest one. I feel like the worst beta they ever did was beta 5 or beta 4. I don't really remember whichever video I made about that. But if you're on iOS 10 or you have a daily driver phone, this phone, like I said before, is not my daily driver. If this phone breaks today, it's not gonna like end my career or anything. So I would say don't download it on your daily driver. But if you have a trap phone, this is my trap phone, I don't really do anything with it, I would say download it, install it, see how you like it, and make a video like this or something. So like Apple sees it, and if they see any problems or anything, you can report it. But since this isn't like a whole redesign or anything, I really think we're going to have a pretty solid piece of software when the official version releases. So if you're even thinking about upgrading to the beta on your daily driver, obviously don't do it. If you do it, I'm gonna be so upset. There's another small problem. I don't know if this is like a problem with my phone or not, I just remembered, but in the alarm clock, whenever I went into, so look at this, so I go into alarm clock, right? Okay, I have snooze on this one, okay, but on this one, see, I have snooze off. I swear to you, I'm not even joking. Every time, every morning, this snooze button for 7:10, 7 a.m. is one thing, okay? I would hop out of that, but for the 7:10 one and forward in the 7:20 one, so if this one has a snooze button on it, then that means what I'm saying is not right. But if it doesn't have a snooze button, then that means what I'm saying here is actually right. So click here, and it doesn't have a snooze button. I swear to God, somehow a snooze was set in the last 2 days for this alarm. I'm not too sure why. Maybe it's a ghost trying to trick me, or maybe it could be an iOS 12 problem. It might be, it might not be, but I just want to address it here so you guys know. Let me know if any of you guys have that problem too. I don't really think there is. There might be because I'm addressing it here. I just now remembered it, and I remembered it this morning. It was so weird that that happened. And my bad, guys, I actually already recorded this video, but I need to go back and talk about battery life for a second. So battery life has been pretty decent. This isn't even like a follow-up to beta 8. It wasn't supposed to be, but I've been having pretty consistent battery life all throughout iOS 12. So just keep that in mind. Like, I don't think it's going to be horrible. I think it's amazing. And just because I talked about those problems in the beginning of this video doesn't necessarily mean that I'm bashing on it, because there's a lot of good things with the iOS 12, even besides group FaceTime and whatever else they added, the Measure app and screen time. But screen time is really, really cool. Even though this isn't screen time is back there. But this gives you kind of a glimpse of how the battery has been, how it's been acting, this and that. And if you go down, right, you can see how whatever my activity, if you click here, which you can't even, you can see my screen on. Well, this doesn't show you for today, but if I go into screen time, so if I go over here and I click on screen time, right, you can see I've been using it for about 4 hours and 6 minutes now. You can see my battery life is at 44%, which is pretty good. I was having maybe 7 hours of screen on time on the iPhone 10 here on iOS 11.4.1 when I had it for like 2 days, literally before I installed the iOS 12 betas. And this has been pretty decent, as you can see. I mean, I'm on 4 hours, 6 minutes, social networking, hour and a half. Games 41 minutes, 17, whatever, yada, yada, yada. Very, very good battery life on iOS 12. Really nothing else I can complain about. But really, I mean, there's not too much to hate on this. There's really good outcomes, really good features, really good everything. I've had pretty good gaming performance too. It's just those small little issues that I've been having are very, very strange, and they kind of rub me the wrong way, but that's the only reason I talk to him. This is literally edit this video in, so now I'm gonna like cut this off and then put it back into the video. So here we go. But yeah, guys, do not install this on your daily driver. Too many bugs, too many issues. People have stated before to install it on your daily driver. It's solid, this and that. Don't listen to them. Don't ever do it. You could always run into random problems. I've had random problems on this device, my iPhone 5S, basically all my iPhones. On my iPhone 7, there's been problems too. But I think that's more so of the boot loop issue than the actual OS version. But man, I'm pretty excited for it, and I cannot wait to actually review the full version of it. So if you guys have any questions or anything, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button, but definitely hit that subscribe button. We actually just came off of the iPhone SE and iPhone 6s giveaway, but I do want to make another giveaway too. I want to give away like more iPhones in a way, but keep the cost the same so I don't end up like bankrupting this channel or something. So I want to give away like 3 iPhone SEs or something. Not right now, but like I'll make a whole separate video of it. You'll so like the official iPhone giveaway, whatever. And actually the person who won the iPhone SE hasn't even contacted me back. So I'm not really too sure what to do there. I'm pretty sure in the next like hour, I'm going to wait. If he doesn't respond back, I'm going to pick another iPhone SE giveaway winner. So I feel kind of bad for that guy, but what am I supposed to do, you know? So yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, check them out in the description below. And also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. All those things are down in the description. I would really appreciate it. If you guys are watching my videos, I understand why you guys don't follow me. Like, it makes absolutely no sense, but I can't go over there and personally make you do it, but it's whatever. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. And I hope I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.